Okay.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Hey, Miss Angela. Hey, Marvell.
Hey, Miss Carol.
Hey, DeCoven.
Okay, Angela, you're not the coach. You let people in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're not gonna be on. It's gonna be a short meeting. I just kind of want to go over some stuff. Oh, Abraham, I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna text you this this information about the
Do we need it tonight? Do we
yeah,
need
I just want to. Well, yeah, I just wanted to kind of put it up there. The Harrah's Casino.
And Angela is the coach.
Want me to text it to you, Angela?
Abraham, how do I tell if they're in the waiting room?
It's
it'll
gonna
pop
pop
up.
up in your
Okay.
computer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or if you click on participant, you will see if there's somebody on
Okay, got it.
the waiting room. I'm not gonna turn my camera on. I just moved on this house on last Monday, and I have a lot of mess around here.
So you want me to send it to Angela or send it to you?
Send it to Angela.
Okay, all right.
Hi, Rhonda.
Hey there. Sorry I'm late.
No, wait.
No, you're not
We
late.
start at 7:30.
It started at 7:30.
Oh, thank God.
So you're not late.
You're early.
There you go.
Okay, Carol, Angela is the host. I'm gonna step away from the computer for about 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Okay, so I just sent it to you. I texted you and emailed you, Angela. Hey, Ronnie.
Hey, good afternoon. How's everyone?
Alive and well. Yay. We all woke up this morning.
Good.
Hey, Miss Elisa.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm gonna go on mute. I am
You in the meeting
driving.
too? Oh,
No,
oh, I
I'm
thought you was in the
driving
meeting. Okay.
home.
Oh,
So
okay, no problem. We don't, we
that
won't,
long drive.
we want safety. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You know what? Angela is a new homeowner.
Huh? Who's? I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
No,
What'd
I
you
was
say?
announcing to everybody that you're a new homeowner
Oh yes.
and that you
Yes.
commute now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what city you stay in now?
Adelanto, California.
Yeah, Adelanto. Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
Hmm.
out in the
Yeah.
jungle. Okay.
Yeah.
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 Hey, Terry.
I'm going on mute now.
Okay.
Hello, I'm sorry up here. My voice is gone because
Oh,
there's a
okay.
lot of smoke. The smoke
Oh,
affected. It's really bad air quality.
oh, okay. Okay.
So I've been out for the last couple of days from work because I haven't been able to talk.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay, we won't have to talk here tonight. I'm just announcing, just want to go over some things with the board. Hey, Michelle. Try to be quick as possible because I know it's getting late. And I just needed to talk to you, to my board members. Let me see, do we have a quorum? Yeah, we do. Yay. It's 11 of us here. Yay. In case we need to, because I want to talk about the conference and so this is just like a informational meeting type of thing. I just have some key things not issues, but things I want to talk about, discuss concerning Western region.
Progress.
Hmm. Hey, Daryl.
Hello.
So did y'all have y'all meeting tonight?
No, we just want to reschedule. We just had to reschedule. We're just gonna reschedule.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and what time is it? I'll start at 7. I'll give it another few minutes. How everybody been doing? Hey, Alicia, Sergeant at Arms, President / President. Uncle,
How y'all doing?
marvelous girl. Always good to see you out here.
I'm here. This is my 4th meeting, but I'm here.
I'm not gonna keep you long. It's gonna just be a few minutes, you know. I just want to kind of do an update what's going on with Western Region for our national conference, and then I kind of wanted to throw the regional conference back out there and see where people, because that last meeting I didn't have that many people on there. I think I only had about 5 people.
So
And
if national is going to be next year, then regional is going to be the year after.
well, that's what I want to talk to everyone about, and we do have quorum. Hey, Anton.
All right. Ooh, we got a lot of people on tonight.
Yeah, because I really, I made it, I had to text. It's kind of important that all of us come together,
Mm-hmm.
About 5 people at a time.
Yeah.
It's 20 of us group. With me, it's 20. It's supposed to be 20 people, and we, like I said, yet had to have all 19 people on here. But it's gonna be okay though. It's gonna be all right. Because I'm determined. I got that determined spirit.
We appreciate you, Madam President.
I am. I tell you, your president been frustrated, but I say I just keep. I say a prayer and I talk to God, and And he just gave me some ideas and which way to go. And gonna well, I'm not gonna share that part with you yet because I'm kind of gonna meet with the secretaries and a few other board members on here, but well, I'll tell you in a minute. I'll tell you in a minute. So let me see, what time is it? 7:35. Okay, well, we can go on and start the meeting. There's 14 of us on here. Like I said, welcome everybody. It's always good to see everyone. So I wanted to call this meeting to talk about the conference, both conference, and then to see if we can do, and also talk about some type of fundraiser ideas. You know, we need to do another fundraiser. I would like to do one before the end of this year. I just don't know. I know Michelle gave me some ideas, and I don't remember because when she told me, I didn't write it. She said, "Now write everything down," and at the time I didn't have no pad. So,
One now though. Shoot.
yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll chime in when we get to the fundraiser part.
Okay.
Also want to talk about, maybe coming together, for Christmas, like doing like a little Christmas thing, or, to see the year out. And so first of all, I'm gonna like I said, I want to hold everybody because it's late and I'm tired too. I've been in meetings too all day, and and it gets kind of tiring. Whew. So first of all, Angela, did you get the information for the national conference?
I got it, but I'm not the right person to share screens. I don't do all that.
Oh, ew, okay.
Yeah, you just send it, but she didn't.
You don't know how to share it? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. Yes. I don't do that.
Okay. Wait a minute, let me see.
You can you email it to me and I'll try to do it.
Did he make you a host? Because he made her a host. Okay, so anyway, so let me just bring it up because I wanted everybody to see, because it's on, I don't know if you know, seen it, it's on Facebook, our Facebook page. There's my phone. Oh, here you go. So the conference, the national conference, we have a contract with Harold's Casino. And that's on the Strip.
Excuse me, Madam President.
Yes.
You couldn't just send it to Anton. He might know how to make some magic.
Yeah, okay. You want me to send it to you?
Yeah.
I know you have to have the thing on at the bottom to do that, to share the screen, but I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Want me to email you or text you?
Email it to me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Ibrahim had to go away for a minute, but about 10 minutes. That's why he made Angela the host. Email. Somebody said I'm still waiting to be lit. I'm still.
That's Terry Sterling.
Okay. Okay. So you know what? I guess I never emailed you, Anton. So let me get your email. What's your email address? Anton?
Sorry, I was on mute.
Mm-hmm.
It's afarmby@gmail.
Oh, okay. That's FAMB.
It's AFARMBY.
Oh, MBY. Okay. At Gmail.
There.
At Gmail, right?
Yes.
Can someone let Terry back into the meeting?
Um,
It would be Angela.
Angela?
I did.
Oh, you did, okay. All right, that's there. Okay, all right, so, bring it up again. So our national 2023 National African Caucus National Leadership Development Conference is it's in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's gonna be at the Harrah's Casino. And the date is April 17th through April 23rd. So April 17th to April 23rd. Now, so I know the last time we had a meeting, I spoke on the Future Leadership Conference. Well, that has been postponed due to funds, a lack of funds. And what happened with that is that SEIU, the SEIU, the International, said that they were, well, actually Safanya, which is the staff person that represents represents us as AFSCME from the International. She had told us back, if you guys recall, when we was in at the APR conference, the Baltimore, and we had a oh no, that was the executive. So we had an executive meeting while we was in Baltimore, and Safanya had said that because CORE had came up with this, between us and me and other regional presidents, we came up with this Future Leadership Conference. And this was to train and to bring up upcoming leaders, you know, millennials, to get them involved as being leaders. So as they get older, you know, just get them just really out there in the labor movement. And it was a great, as you remember, I showed you the itinerary. It was really, everything was put together. So in the meeting, while I was in Baltimore back in, I want to say this was in May, it might've been June. Safanya said, oh, what we can do, if you guys get me a letter or proposal saying I can have SEIU National pay for the room and flights. We was choosing 20 millennials from each region. It was 3 from each region. There's 4 regions. And International was gonna pay for the room and board. Well, I guess it fell through the crack because I don't know what happened, and I'm just gonna tell you what I think happened. I think that our president didn't get the letter out in time enough to ask for SEIU to sponsor it. And when he did, it was too late because she said it had to be ASAP because it was part of the fiscal year and it had to be in there so they can, you know, include the funds with this conference. And so, but it fell through the crack anyway. And then there was some other issue going on with the hotels, back and forth with the hotel. And so Andy decided to say, okay, we're just gonna postpone the conference. And they're gonna postpone the conference to the national conference, and it's gonna be the first 2 days. So Millennial will have their conference while we out there for the first 2 days. And more details to come. But I guess AFRAM couldn't sponsor the 20, and that was a lot of money. That would have been a lot of money. And then the hotel they was trying to do it at, that was up, the money was up there. Proposed, we was trying to do it at the Bonaventure out here. And there was the Millennial chair suggested the Maya Hotel in Long Beach. So long story short, it didn't take place. The negotiation failed. And that's when the Emeritus President Smiley and our national president said, we're gonna just postpone the Future Leadership Conference till next year in April. So that's what's going on with the Future Leadership Conference. So
Hey.
also I wanted
All right.
to, did you have a question?
Yeah, sorry, I had I didn't get your email. I mean, I'm ready to go. I'm just waiting for it.
Oh, I did. I sent it. Let me make sure I sent it. You know, sometimes I think I did something and it'd be sitting right there. Let me see. Let me try it again. Okay. Let's try it again. AFARMBY at gmail.com.
All right, thank you.
Oh, do I supposed to attach it? No, it's file. Oh,
Anton, I remember that shirt,
Huh?
that T-shirt you have on.
Oh, yeah, that's an old one.
That's real old, back like 2005 or something.
Yeah, I'll tell you how long I've been around.
Yeah, Joe. That conference, I think, was in Vegas.
It was.
In MGM, I believe.
You got a good memory.
Yeah. Make work, make something win, play something. Yeah.
okay. There it go. Did it come too?
I haven't received it yet. Let me check my spam though.
Madam President, and also, you know, about the new future leadership, if I can echo on that as well. Not Betty, but Jackie, she had requested if we still help them lead on and work on Karen Bass campaign, you know, follow through the ones that live here in Los Angeles, continue with doing something around on the 28th like intended, and give them some inspiration.
I think they decided to do a day of action.
A day of action,
Yeah,
yes.
I think with the ones here
Millennials.
in the
Yeah,
city. Yeah, in the city.
exactly.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's that. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, I don't know what day yet.
And the 28th, she said that, you know, we as leaders here, that you know, embrace them and, you know, give them some guidance and make something happen, even make the little goodie bags for them out here and everything. Inspire them to dream more, do more. Yeah.
So did you get it that time?
I did not.
What is going on?
I don't know. I mean, we can keep going. I'll see if I can come across it.
Okay, you know what? What I'll do, I'll text it to you. Let's do that.
Okay. Or go on the national after where Leonard is on that page, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, that's where I got it from.
Leonard on Facebook. Maybe you can text or email Tanya, she can send it over.
I kind of screenshot it. And,
okay.
Yeah, and that's what I did. Here you go. I'm just gonna text it to you.
All right.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so they did decide. Thank you for reminding me of that, Michelle. So yeah, they did decide to do, at least do a day of action. They have Karen Bass or Lola Smallwood, the other officers that's running, that's gonna, that's on the ballot for this election. It was a little, I'm just gonna say it was a little disappointing, that we had to, postpone it, because I was kind of looking forward to being a part of the Millennial Conference. But as Andy said, we can do it in the beginning, the first couple of days in Las Vegas. So also, I wanted to let you know also, so me and Michelle, we attended the Congressional Black Caucus, courtesy of SEIU, the national. AFRAM was there from all over. AFRAM members, I should say AFRAM officers. You had AFRAM officers from the East, Central, and Southern. And I met a lot of people, and I was able to network and meet the president for Local 1107 in Las Vegas. And she is a sister. And I told her that we was having the AFRAM conference there, and she was like, oh, wow, yay. She was very excited about it. And so she wanted to reach out and wanted to help. She wants to put some reception together for AFRAM while we're out there. And so I had already, and also help with the chapter. We need to get a chapter. She said she can help get that chapter. We can get that chapter rolling, started before the conference next year. So I did send the information to our liaison chair, which is Carol Harris. And Carol, of course, Carol got right on it. I think last time I talked to Carol, she said she called her and she was waiting for a call back. I was going to call her myself because there's some things. And then I forwarded the number. I told Smiley, I talked to Smiley the other day, and I told him that I had met the president of Local 1107. So he wanted to reach out to her because he said they would be the hosting local for the event. So, but with that being said, I just wanted to let everybody know that that Black Caucus, Congressional Caucus was like, it was really nice. And I think it's something that everybody should attend. I know it's almost like attending a Grammy Award. And it was the awards for all the political officials and the work that they do for their state and for the community. And we got to see Nancy Pelosi, she spoke, and then Kamala Harris spoke, and then of course President Biden spoke. And
That must have been fantastic.
yeah, it was a beautiful thing. And so just to see young and old and in between, it was a Black thing. That conference was definitely a Black party reunion all in one. And they had a Black party. And so SEIU, Safanya and her staff did a reception for AFRAM that Thursday. And so all the AFRAM people came, they had food. And so one of the CBTU, she invited the Coalition Black Trade Unionist president, Terry Melvin. And I've just been running into this man all over the place. But I'm involved with Coalition of Black Trade Unions also. So I'm one of the VPs, first VP for the LA chapter. And he was just really impressed with SEIU, the AFRAM members. And I already had told him that, that we have AFRAM signing up for CBTU, even though they're not SEIU members, but I found out from Sophia, they can be associate. They can, even though they're not an SEIU member, they can become associate member with AFRAM. So we gotta talk about how to, how we gonna incorporate that, that include that in the membership. But it was awesome. And I'll let Michelle tell her side, but yeah, I just want to let you know it was just really an awesome experience. I got a chance to sit down and talk to, well, we talked to Holly Mitchell, Current Price was there. I know you guys don't know, that's some of our political officials, our officers in LA. It was amazing. We saw Auntie Maxine, we took a picture with her, and she was like, don't, she said, we can't touch because it's pandemic. Don't touch me, don't touch me. And so, but it was the Black Party. They had a Black Party, and SEIU turned it out. Do you hear me? SEIU turned it out, and you should see your sister Michelle out there party. It was at some what was some place called Mayflower or something, and it was 3 floors, and SEIU was on top of the floor, along with political officials, and there was a lot of people from the caucus. They was there, the conference, and then the Phoenix Award was the next day, which was that Saturday. But it was really it was a great experience that's gonna stay with me, I think, until my living days. I hope to be able to be blessed and go again next year. And I'll let Michelle, if you have anything you want to say on it, Michelle. And Michelle be all over the place.
You funny.
Yeah, she be all over. I'll be like, what's she?
Hanging on the
Let me get a picture. Hey, let me get a picture.
No,
And
my biggest highlight is in the conference, in the workshop, that the members, airport workers, security officers, home care workers, nursing home workers, with the Secretary of Labor. I can't think of the guy's name, but his staff's all Black. That he brought their young women and everything, and they were very intelligent. And one of them gave me a folder for me to share with and do some paperwork or something to be more engaged with it. But them telling their testimony, how Starbucks, what they're going through, and how a lady working at the airport and shared her testimony on how she come home from work and she's so tired it's hard to even take care of her family because her knees hurt and her back hurt and don't have the right health care to get things done, but she's got to be at work because she has a 13-year-old daughter. So those things right there just inspire me, just even my little aches I go through, to just keep on pushing, and lifting others up and sharing my knowledge and wisdom of organizing and not giving up and building our union even stronger, especially our millennials, the next generation. That was the great highlight, but all y'all know when I hear music, I got like ants in my pants.
Look, she don't have no aches when she hear music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but, overall, we should plan to do a fundraiser and put something to the side to make sure that we have not only a 2 there, that we be there if we don't make it to the gala dinner, just for all those different workshops. The Black Panther Party had a workshop out of sight. Well, what's the Congress that's retiring? This is his last year when the original Black Lives Matter, Black Panther. Oh my God, and the conversations and testimony that they shared in there was solid. And then the other workshop, I'm just a few of them that stands out on me about housing with what's her name? Secretary Fludge over housing.
Yes,
Is it
Yeah,
Fudge?
Marsha Fudge.
Marsha Fudge.
Yeah.
Honey, she threw it down. And Auntie Maxine Water, when she was like moderating and hosting and everything, and having everyone coming up speaking, and it was about the house and everything. But with her closing remarks, Maxine Waters said, so we know what's going on about these, they got different names, the KKKs. I'm gonna keep it simple with all these different congregations they got now. But we gotta be ready because they're gonna try to do a civil war. So hey, we gotta stand tall because if they try, we gotta be ready. That's how she said they're gonna come.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, they're not gonna pat him on his hand. His ass going to jail or something. And if so, the Seons, they what they was gonna do. You know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So yeah.
that was, very, inspiring to keeping our eyes open, not know like what we going through here in LA with these city council, no back office conversation. It was open to the public.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Strongly and boldly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can you excuse me, Abraham, can you make Anton a co-host? He trying to share information about the conference next year.
No, I can't, but I'm gonna ask Angela to make him the host.
Oh, okay. So
So-
Angela.
Yeah, I'm gonna show her how to do it, but Carol Harris has her hand up for a while.
Yes, Carol.
Oh, yeah, I just wanted, before you get off the subject about the Las Vegas and the conference, I did have a chance to communicate with Michelle Meese, the
Yes.
president of Local 1107 in Las Vegas. And she just like you say, Carol, she's excited. And she's fired up and ready to join us here. So she couldn't talk to me today because she's sick at home with COVID, but she want to call on Monday so we can start talk about setting up Las Vegas to join AFRAM. So I'll be talking to her on Monday.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Keep me in the loop, Carol.
Huh?
I was asking Sister Harris to keep me in the loop.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
But
because I know Smiley probably talked to her.
Yeah,
I know Smiley probably talked to her too,
I
because
met
I
with
gave
the
Smiley her
home
number.
care workers on the blitz that they did, because we sent about 12 home care workers earlier this year for their a blitz they were doing. And I met.
Okay, well, when I talk to her, I'm gonna call you on three-way.
Yeah, because we met. We really talked. Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
She knows. She's so excited about meeting you
Yeah,
guys.
we talked. We had a good. We did, Michelle.
Yeah.
We was really talking to her when we was down there in DC, and I just
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
to let everybody know that us as Black folks
Ha.
are rising in SEIU for us being presidents of locals. I met so many Black presidents
Ooh.
of the SEIU.
Yeah.
Okay,
And local one.
and local. I mean, Michigan,
Mm-hmm.
Chicago. I mean, I was like, wow, and I was shocked.
Presidents.
Yeah, and when we met Michelle, I was like, what, Las Vegas? I said, oh,
Madam President, hold on. There was a mistake here, and Daryl Johnson is now the host. Daryl, can you send it to Anton?
Anton.
Yeah, if you go on the
How do I do that?
click on participant.
Okay.
You see his name?
I see host media. I see whose name? Who am I looking for?
Give it to Anton.
Anton.
Do you see Anton's name?
Rename him Antoine.
Anton. Yeah.
Just put his name in there.
Yeah, you see it?
Click it, it should say make co-host.
Okay, wait a minute.
You see it on the participant list?
Yeah.
Okay, there are 3 dots. The 3 dots. If you hover over the name, you see 3 dots.
Oh, my name? No, I don't. All I see by my name is my name. Host is in a parentheses. Then there's a dot, 1 dot, a red dot. Let me see
No,
that.
the three dots would be by my name.
Yeah, go hover over his name.
Okay,
See the three dots?
let me see. And is it TANTOINE?
Yeah.
No, no. When you click on
ANTON.
Wait, I gotta go down. Wait a minute, hold on.
no, when you click on
Let me
participant,
find it, let me find it. I see it.
You see the three dots?
Wait a minute. No, I don't. Because when like I said, when my name comes up,
No, you gotta go into participant.
huh?
Go over his name, not your name.
I'm over here by my name now. All I got is mute and rename.
No, oh, he's in the wrong. He's not in the right.
Carol, go from the main screen, like you're looking at everybody's face. You tap the screen, and at the bottom, you see participants.
Yeah, I did that.
Okay, now click on the participant.
I did that.
Okay, now scroll down and find Anton's name.
Okay. Okay.
Now click on it. There's the three little dots.
Let me see. No, all I got is a microphone and video.
Don't click on it. Just hover your mouse over his name. Don't click on it.
The highest peak in North America.
Okay.
Kind of like take your mouth.
I got it. Let me see. There ain't nothing happening. Let me see. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. More. Okay. I went over to where it says more. It says make host. Allow record.
Make host. Make host. Click on that.
Okay. Do I enter his name? Because it looks like it says enter a new screen name.
If you are Anton, say make host.
Okay. Let me see if that'll work.
Yep.
I got it.
It did it. Okay.
I got it.
Good.
Thank you.
Hey, I got a little computer savvy in me, huh?
Look, you learned something today. They say we learn something every day.
You are an expert now.
Okay. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys. This is on the SEIU AFRON Facebook page.
The first half. It is the American Express halftime report. Studio J here at Atlanta. Eddie Jones. Charles.
So see that pretty casino? Everybody know that's on the strip, right? If you've been to Las Vegas, it's on the strip.
To do is they came off the Clipper bench. Yeah, John Wall. Yeah, John Wall. In fact, leads the Clippers.
Yeah.
10.
Okay, but that's what so I just wanted to let everybody know that we have the contract, and so now
Tell you what, Shaq, Kawhi Leonard came on and it looked like he
will
could
be more information to come. I think we have a executive board meeting coming up regarding this. So thank you, Anton.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so yeah, so like I was saying, gonna go into the regional conference, but basically I just wanted everybody to know that Black leaders are rising into positions of president. And we have a president on here already of her local, Miss Alicia Bonner, and it was
Past president. I'm the past president now.
oh, you the past oh, you're not the president no more.
No.
Oh, okay.
As of March.
Are you still on the board?
I am not on the board. No.
Oh, okay. All right. And so with when we have our people in place, and you network we can make things happen. I did a lot of talking. I'm pretty sure Michelle did too. We also, who else did I meet?
Was 1199 president there, Jane Hopkins? Because that's Terry's.
Oh yeah, I
president.
met your president.
She is his
Yeah, sure
sister.
did.
She's a
Yeah, I
sister.
said, oh, yeah. She said, yeah, I remember. She said Rob Bash too. Yeah.
And Rob
Oh my
Bash,
God,
I
yeah, I
love
forgot.
her.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding us. Yeah, she was there. Yeah, she's very nice. Yeah. And she mentioned you, Terry. And then she mentioned Rob Bash. I said, oh, well, Rob Bash, I said, he's in management. I said, he's no longer on the board. And she was like, oh, okay. Yeah, but yeah, she was there. She sure was. She was there. And I said, I've met a lot of people. I'm just gonna let you know, I've been talking Afram. Afram is out there. Between me and Michelle, Afram was known at the Black Congressional Caucus. And I was impressed to see majority of the staff was Black at the International. I was really impressed. We might have seen one white person. Was it one white person, Michelle? I think, and she came to party with us, I think.
Yes.
Yeah,
The lady from the scientific science, some crap.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so
that was like really weird to me. It was right on time because here in Los Angeles, the commercials was talking about Karen Bass and the Scientology church and trying to bash her and all this. And then lady was sitting down and we needed to sit down. She was, so we asked could we join her and find out that she was with Scientology. I'm like, wow, so tell me a little bit more about this, that, and the other, because there's a commercial. So she broke it down. So it gave me clear, like, yeah, that makes sense. Already what I had already heard, but it brought it together and she brought down what all was going on about the kids and this, that, and the other. So I appreciate that. Then we went into the party room and she came on.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it was, they talked about a lot of issues that's going on in America. I mean, every panel covered all issues. And the main one, voter suppression. That was the main topic. And so it was just really a great experience. And I want everybody, my hopes and prayers is that everyone is able to experience this conference next year. Through God, all things is possible. And it was awesome, very awesome. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I just wanted to share that with you. And one of the reasons I wanted to call this meeting, so last month, we didn't have too many people on. I think it was about 5 or 6 of us. And I had kind of got frustrated with the board. I think Marbell got frustrated because she was one of the chairs and she wasn't getting any, she was trying to gather everybody that was on her committee. So she got frustrated and said that she couldn't do it no more. And when she did that, I got frustrated. And I just got to thinking about the whole board in a whole. And so I kind of put out there that, I think we should counsel, counsel, I shouldn't have used the word counsel. So I said, but I did. And the people that was on there, I can't remember who all was on there, was in agreement because, the election and everybody was busy and it was hard trying to gather people to try to get this virtual conference. So I got a little backlash about it later on. And so now that I have a quorum, I want to put out there, I want to do, okay, in the bylaws say we should do a conference, a regional conference. Well, this is the end of October. November is coming. We have election. I know everybody's busy phone banking, and GOVT walking in their area, in their state and city. So I want to bring to the board about for as maybe postponing it. Maybe we can do like a little Christmas type of thing and call it our regional conference, just putting it out there. So I need some feedback for as our regional conference being virtual. Or either we could postpone it and do a face to face and you know, and do it the following year. I mean, it's up to the board.
Madam President, I think, at least for me, I can't speak for anyone else. In terms of what actions we can take regarding the conference, I believe, I don't have them in front of me, but I believe that there are some guidelines or stipulations in the Constitution and bylaws. And I'm not talking about the Western region, I'm talking about the national one. And I believe, I wish I had them. I'm going to try to get my hands on. You know, next time we have a meeting, I think.
Yeah, I'm bringing them now. Let me see.
Okay. The point that I was making is I believe that there are some guidelines or stipulations in terms of the responsibilities for caucuses and conferences and things like that. So I think that I don't know, but I'm thinking that it may be something that we would that we're obligated to do as a caucus.
Yes.
And I think, you know, I think we can make it whatever we want to make it, as long as it kind of fits within the criteria of kind of bringing all of the locals and bringing all of the, you know, the different caucuses within the region together. And I mean, look, I'm just throwing it out there. You probably can do two things at once. You probably could have a caucus and a fundraiser all in one.
Okay. All right.
You can do two things at once, right? Where we're able to raise some funds, like maybe going into 2023, while also kind of fulfilling the obligation of having a conference. And, you know, look, I think that all things considered, when you look at the situation, right, in terms of what you're talking about, I think what we can do just to kind of at least check the box and kind of get us going, hopefully into the right direction going into the new year, is I think we can hold something virtual, right? I don't think it needs to be this whole in person. We don't have the money, right? It seems that it's a little bit of a struggle to try to get folks, you know, kind of together. I think we get out a notice, we figure out a date. We pull it off. I'm totally willing to help. I'm putting myself out there, you know, to help in any way possible. And then we pull it together. I don't think it would be a huge lift. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I know it will take a little bit of work, but I think just to at least, you know, kind of to get it going. And then I think that as we get into the new year, we probably can think about how we do a reset. Right? How do we begin to look at, you know, what we're trying to do for 2023? Because we will be going into the national conference, right? I mean, now we have like a good 6 months ahead of us to try to figure that out. But I think that in the meantime, for right now, trying to pull a conference together, getting the bylaws together is probably, at least for me, what I see as priorities. And then once we get those out of the way, we can kind of chart the course leading up to the national. That's just my thoughts.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and Madam President, I have a question. How often do we do our Western Region Conference on, what is it, 22, and even years or odd years? Is there something with the time that we do it, or it just need to be once a year?
I think, you know what? I remember it was supposed to be like the second year in office. But I do remember during that time, the pandemic had hit.
And 20.
And
there's
so when
20.
we was trying, and then we decided to do it face to face. And the thing was rising again. And then at the same time, I wasn't able to get everybody on board with trying to do a face to face. So we decided to go with the virtual conference. So and Anton, you know what? I was kind of thinking just like how you was thinking, maybe we could do some in December for Christmas to do like a fundraiser. Matter of fact, I was reached out, one of the we can do a fundraising in LA because one of the person that's over the Soul Train dancers and stuff, they raise toys and stuff for the foster kids. And he had called me and wanted to know if we can contribute, like help out, do like a donation for some toys. But at the same time, he said, y'all thinking about doing another fundraiser dance? And I was like, oh, I said, you know what, we can do something for Christmas out here. That'll be another fundraiser. And so I wanted to put that out there also. But so you think we should, and I see your hand, Terry, do you think we should maybe do something like in December and do like a Christmas and fundraiser all in one? Have some speakers.
Madam President, can I just ask you to pause right quick? Because we have regions from everywhere and we need to first frame it. It has to be framed. It's not just Southern California, Los Angeles.
Oh, I know, I understand. Yeah, I know.
But to share, just to put it out there before you go more, I would just echo and put like each region at the office or something, decide to, if they want to, if the offices are open, to have a dance at the same time or something, or we do it with the Skype cameras, and maybe use USWW as a base. But everybody do bring toys to their locals, bring canned goods, and then if we come to agreement in LA to adopt Soul Trains for the foster kids, that's cool. But then they may want to adopt a senior citizen building and take food, versus they might want to adopt somewhere else and take pajamas to kids or whatever. Just putting it out there in different kind, because it's cold up there where Carol Harris is, where Marvell is too, so different things apply. I'm just framing it a bit broader.
My niece would never forget it.
Anton,
my niece would never forget Seattle, Washington.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
In a way, somewhat like we've done up under the COVID and everything, and had like our convention online and everything, but the Democrat Party was all together somewhere.
Okay.
Some of the board members.
So that's your suggestion. That's one of the suggestions. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Okay. And Terry.
My question is, have we received the bylaws? Have they been completed?
Okay,
I mean, maybe I missed a part of that, and I don't know.
Didn't. No, you didn't.
So,
no.
and the reason why I'm asking is, I think it would be good because aren't they supposed to be completed and stamped so they can get to the national before next year or something to that effect? Is that not what I understood correctly?
Yes. So I was going to get into the bylaws after that. I just wanted to kind of go over the regional conference. Just kind of throw it out there. And so I'm trying to see. So I see what's her name has not chimed in yet. Okay, so Georgette. Okay, but we are going to talk about the bylaws. So any other suggestions?
If I may, this is Terry again. Maybe I'm not sure when we'll have our next meeting, or maybe you need to call an emergency meeting, but maybe I I definitely agree with go ahead and getting something on the books as far as organizing a virtual type of conference slash toy drive slash fundraiser, however you want to put it.
Okay.
So I think once everyone thinks about it, and then maybe come back to the table. If you don't have any ideas, that's no problem. But people who do have ideas, send you a text or something so we can get moving. Because if we're trying to get this accomplished by December, that's in 2 months.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so do we want to okay, so I do have people that's in agreement that we can do something in December. Do we know what date, or should I put a committee together and to work on this? I'll be on the committee. I know Anton, he said he would help. Do I have any other Carol? I see your hand.
Yeah, I was just saying, in agreement with what my brothers and sisters are saying. And what Brother Anton was saying about us doing something in December. And Michelle said some really good stuff.
Yes, she
too,
did.
because that's awesome, especially when you talk about the coal up here.
That's the stuff she told me, and she was talking to me. She was in my ear the whole time I was in DC, and I was like, okay. She was like, write it down. And we had a party, we partying, and kind of tipsy a little bit. Okay, I'll write it down. I said, and then the next day we back at the conference. So thank you, Michelle, for reminding me of your
so that's real
suggestions.
good.
And
But what I was saying about the Soul Train dancers in Los Angeles, and a lot of people may not be able to make it there, but sometimes when you have a conference, this is a Western Region conference, if we do a Zoom, say that Friday and that Saturday they have the dance and the fundraiser, then everybody all over the Las Vegas, whoever can't make it to, and whoever want to make it to Los Angeles, because I'll pay for myself to come, because I know that you talk about the Soul Train dances stuff.
Well, you remember the retreat, so
yeah, but I know that we got the convention coming up, so I wouldn't even ask my local to fund me. I would fund myself and anyone else who want to fund themselves and go to that Saturday event. But if we do something where everybody can participate, say that Friday we have a Zoom, Saturday we have that fundraiser. If that's just a suggestion, and if we do something like that, then no one could say that they were left out. Everyone have the opportunity. Then some locals may want to do both. Send them to our Western region, and then turn around in April and send them to the convention. I don't know, but is this a matter of the inclusion of the Western region and the different states that we're trying to bring in, that they see us together, even if it's on Zoom, doing something. So that's just a suggestion. Something else I wanted to say, I forgot, but you know what? It's going to come back. So I'm going on.
Okay. So when I mentioned a fundraiser from the Soul Train dance, I was literally talking about, the AFRAM members here in LA, and then we have Local 99, 2015, Local 1000. We have what is it? R121. We have Local 121. What other locals? UHW. So I was talking about maybe doing a fundraiser, in the city, for AFRAM members here. And then, but that's a good idea, Kim. So what about in other cities? Do anybody, can the officers that's on here, can you kind of put something together to, do like a fundraiser, like a dance maybe, and at your local, and in charge maybe like $10 to get in or something like that. Hire a DJ. That's something to think about. So what are your thoughts on that?
That's something good to think about, but I would not put that on us. What I would do, talk to my president, Darrell Johnson, and talk to the committee, because it takes a whole committee to be in
Yes, it
agreement,
does.
is to send a donation from us, because we are
Oh,
so
okay.
busy. But Afran Washington was sent in place of that fundraiser. We would send a donation from Afran Washington for the fundraiser. And that's
Okay.
just because we not gonna guarantee that we could get together and do something unless Terry or Daryl or Rhonda feel that we can. And if we can, I'll be on board. But I'm not
Okay.
gonna be the one to say I would lead and take that on right now. But I do feel that all the regions should support the Western region with the fundraiser.
Okay, and also you're in agreement, Daryl? Rhonda?
Yes, that would be good. That would be awesome. Yes, we want to support. We want to support the Western region. So yes.
Oh, okay. And Rhonda?
No, obviously it's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, Terry, I see your hands up.
It's just in agreement with what Sister Carol was saying, just in
Okay.
agreement.
So, Marvell, what about Oregon? Abraham?
Oregon, so it depends. So if you want our contribution, we can. I think Oregon we get allocated $10,000 a year, and that's for our activities, and we can also ask for more if need be. So yes, I think we can definitely be part of this. What I would suggest is, like I have suggested that before, that you, Madam President, send a letter to the local president as the president of the Western region, asking for the support up to a certain amount of money. Let's say you're asking for $1,000 or $2,000, $3,000 for Western region. Then we know what we're asking for. We know who we're asking, for the support, and we can track that. If we leave it to the delegate, the president or the members of those locals, they have to go again and try to figure out how to approach either the leadership. We all have kind of different kind of relationship with our local leadership. So we don't want to put that on people here. We can do that ourselves,
Okay.
You as a president and probably me as a secretary, we can sign the letter and ask for support. And I think that would be a good way for us to not only put in the spotlight to those leaders, our own board members who are from their local or sub-local, because they may not know them, but also remind them that we have a Western region, and we're counting on them to support us.
Okay, all right.
And I-
Marvell, did you want to add?
Yeah, I totally agree with that too also. And with our AFRAM, we're able to set up something, and we might be able to ask from different sub-locals too that know us as AFRAM, because we're the active union at our union as caucuses. So we should be able to get something in. Yes, I definitely agree.
Okay, Carol, you have your hands up again?
Oh,
Or it
yes.
was before?
Yes. What I wanted to say is, that's a good idea what Brother Abraham said, especially if you don't have a setup something like what we have here in Washington. Now we
Okay.
have a setup where we go to our locals and
Okay.
and they support Afram Washington.
Okay.
So if you're gonna send a letter out to the presidents, maybe you could send one out to 775, but for 1199 local 6, local 925 here in Washington, I would not want to see that letter come out because it's going to be interfering what we already got going on. We got support.
Okay.
We got our locals supporting us. We got our presidents on board. Most of us got
Okay.
our presidents on board. And Jane Hopkins is 100% behind AFRAM. And I don't want to see us sending another after we get $2,000 a year to support AFRAM Washington. And I don't want to see us sending another letter out because I don't want one of these presidents from those 3 locals to say, well, we give you $2,000 a year. You're gonna tell me you can't take nothing from that and send it in for a donation? So I don't want, if you send a letter out, just don't send it to us. You can send it to 775, but not to the ones that's putting 2,000 in, because I don't want to see our president. Because I'm going hard. I'm going hard when I ask for our locals to support us for the convention. I'm going hard.
Daryl, can you move? Can you
money
move
for
there?
this, then ask for money for that, because they already supporting AFRAM Washington. So if you send a letter, and it's a great idea, but for our
Daryl.
setup, don't send it to me, my president.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay. So, all right. So that's okay. We moving along. Okay. So for the
I want to say something. I do agree with Harris. Is the idea is to support those who feel like the leadership may not support them in this request. It's not to step into something that's already working. Like I said, in Oregon, we get $10,000, and we can make a
donation.
Request or donation of those $10,000.
Okay.
So it's not you know, I mean, we can send a letter to my leadership for them to make a donation beside those $10,000. But we also are aware that we, AFRAM, can decide in Oregon, AFRAM can decide to give to Western region what we want, because we are the one who decide what we do with those $10,000.
Okay.
And we are going on retreat this month. We're going to the coast. We're gonna have the board and staff to work on our strategic planning. We can put that on our budget, and we can. So what I meant to say is, do we have an idea of how much we want from local? Because that's very important for, at least for us. We know that we have an amount of money that we can either give or request or both. So that's why I was asking if we haven't something in mind, how much.
Well, I would say between $1,000 and $2,000.
Okay.
Yeah, let us decide what our budget looks like. Somebody may be able to give 1,000, someone may be, another one may be able to give 2,000.
It just depends, yeah.
But now don't put that number on us like that right now.
Okay.
So just,
All
it's
right.
a range, and we, AFRAM is our AFRAM too, so we would do our best.
Okay, and before I go into the bylaws, going back to the committee for the virtual conference, so it's me and Anton, the only one that's gonna strategize and try to put this thing together. Okay, Michelle, all right, I got Michelle, Anton.
Carol.
I'll work with you for that, especially if I'm gonna be coming out there. I know it's for y'all talking about LA, but I am LA.
Oh, yeah.
Carol, I know you don't miss nothing, but I was
talking about the virtual. I was talking about the virtual conference. Yeah.
Some people maybe have plans during Christmas, might be doing something else, and their money and their budget can't. And like Abraham was talking about how I can hear, I was doing something else. about his local is not as active. See, we need to do I call it a drive-by, like we had to do a drive-by on your local, Harris. Came up there, and we had
Madam
to
President,
record it.
Madam President, what dates
Yes.
in December are you talking about? Are you talking between Christmas and New Year's?
I'm talking about like this, maybe the second week in December. I was looking at the dates. I was maybe thinking the second week in December,
Yeah,
like the 8th. I'm sorry. I'm looking at October. Sorry about that. So I'm thinking like the 9th or the 10th.
What days are those?
That's either a Friday or a Saturday.
Okay.
yeah, because we gotta get a handle on a date, and then,
So
pick
can we
out,
just do it for Saturday, the
locals
10th?
have a DJ that can, we can cameraise, make the cameras go. They can log in on their Zoom and hear the music. They can do the things. They can, be a part, but not be actually in LA. Unless
Okay.
they want to
So
come there.
can we make it a motion, tentatively December 10th?
Okay, let me put that up. The
So the
10th,
10th, wait a minute.
So move.
So the 9th, wait a minute, the 9th is a Friday, right?
And the 10th is a Saturday. I think the Saturday would be better because people
Yes,
get
it
off work
would.
Friday,
And
and
it would be over by Sunday. Okay.
yeah,
Okay, so you're putting forth a motion now?
yes. So can I get a motion, just someone making a motion to tentatively have the virtual conference, regional virtual conference, December 10th.
virtual in-person conference. Toy, like, who was that? Somebody said slash this, slash that, toy fundraiser, all that.
Yeah.
Okay, I move that Western Region host its virtual / in-person conference the weekend of December 9th through the 10th this year.
2022.
Anyone want a second?
We have a hand up. We can't second yet.
Oh, sorry.
Elisa?
Sorry, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, just clarification, so are we doing a hybrid conference? Is that the motion?
So it's where's the virtual /
In person.
maybe in person for some
It
people.
will be in person.
/ Christmas / fundraiser.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
when you're saying / so you mean hybrid, right?
Correct.
Be
Correct. Correct.
Okay, hybrid, okay. How will that work as far as noise and, people getting their party on and
I think
people
that's gonna be,
virtual?
I think that's gonna be determined with the committee when they get
the
together,
committee.
they discuss it. And then when
Would
they
you-
come back to the table, they'll be able to give all the logistics to everybody.
Would you like to be part of the committee, Lisa?
Yeah, oh no, that's gonna be a lot, yeah.
So far, we have Anton, myself, Carol, Michelle, and Rhonda.
Yeah, it's just that time of the year, yeah.
Okay,
I don't
all
wanna,
right.
I don't wanna commit and then I'll
Okay,
be in Canada
no worries,
somewhere.
no worries.
Sorry about
So are we gonna do the motion again, or do we just?
that. Sorry, I
We have to
interrupted.
re-edit the motion.
No, we wait for the say, it was second, remember? You
Okay,
had a
can I
question.
get a clarification on the motion as well? We say we saying one date or two? We saying the 9th and the 10th or just the 10th? That's Saturday.
Just the 10th.
Just the 10th.
Okay, so I'll second if it's just the 10th.
I have a point of clarification.
Yes,
Yeah.
Anton?
Is it necessary to do a motion when the bylaws kind of dictate that we need to do it anyway?
Well, we're setting the dates and everything, so you have to set forth a motion for that. Number
For
one.
for the dates?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
everybody had to be in agreement.
Not for
Got
the
it.
conferences, not for the the event itself.
Right.
That's
That's for
already
the date. We're
established.
just trying to get the date set
Okay.
so we can start working. As
Got
when
it.
we come as, you know, we come together as a committee. So we have something to work towards. Try
Right.
to put it together.
Got a benchmark on where you know, where we gotta get.
Yes. Yes, Abraham?
Yeah, I want to make a motion for us to extend the meeting all the way to 8 o'clock because we're supposed to stop at 8:30.
I know.
Well, all the way to 9. We are now 8:45. I think to be respectful, we need to ask everybody approval for us to go to 9.
Aye.
Second.
Okay, everybody in agreement?
Wait, you do have a motion on the floor.
Well, we have a motion on the floor though.
But I understand what my brother is saying.
Yeah.
We need to, yes, we need to hear it along. So you need to.
Okay.
Heard a motion.
I call the question on the motion that's on the floor.
And I second.
Okay.
And for clarification, what you're motioning is the date for the conference.
Yes.
Thank you.
No, my motion is that tonight.
Not you,
No,
Abraham.
no,
all the way
not
to
you.
9.
No,
You,
Abraham.
Abraham,
Not you.
not you.
Not you.
I'm
We're
only
talking about
talking
the
about
motion
the
that was
date.
on there.
Exactly.
Yeah, the motion that was already on the table before you
Oh,
suggested that
sorry.
motion. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a motion before.
Okay, so everybody, that's in agreement that, our conference, our date, our virtual conference date is December 10th, 2022. Everybody say aye.
I was,
Aye.
but I will be out of the country.
You'll be out of the country? Okay. All right. I know that's usually time people be starting to travel. Anybody, oppose?
I oppose. This is Drusilla. Only reason I say that is I can help you guys, but our AFRAM already have something planned for that weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and but I want to help. I really do.
Would you like to be on the committee?
Yes.
Okay, all right. How you doing, Drusilla? I didn't know you was on the line.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just I got a mess here in my house, so I'm running around trying to clean up.
Oh, okay. All right, so, okay, so, so the motion passed. December 10th is our virtual conference. Whatever, along with it fundraiser. However, once we put it together, once the committee put together, we will be coming back with the logistics.
And
Okay.
Madam President, I just want
Yes.
to make sure it's on the record. Yourself,
Angela,
I just want to make sure it's on the record. Yourself, Michelle, Anton, Rhonda,
yeah, and Drusilla.
and Drusilla, and I think, was it Miss Carol said she
Oh,
was
Miss
gonna be on
Carol
the
Harris,
panel?
yes,
And she
yes.
was gonna be on the panel for the committee. I just wanted to
Yes.
make sure.
Yes.
Okay, so you
The
got that?
planning, the
Angela?
planning committee.
The planning committee, okay, all right. Okay, so we'll be meeting, probably beginning of next week, trying to get this going.
Can
So,
you give me
okay,
those names one more time?
so it's myself, it's Carol Harris, it's Anton Farby, Rhonda, Michelle, and you too, Abraham?
Abraham wants to get this emotion that he want to extend the.
No, I want to say something else. So I'm just waiting patiently that you give me.
And Drusilla.
And Drusilla.
It's 6 people.
Yes. Abraham, did you want to be on the committee?
No,
Okay,
but I do
all right.
want to make a
He's
comment.
doing his motion.
Okay,
Not my motion, Sister Harris. I want to say something. December 10th is International Human Rights Day. And I am the chair of my city Human Rights Commission. So I'm a Human Rights Commissioner. I don't know yet. We just put together a panel last Tuesday to come up with something to celebrate that day. And it's a day we celebrate, diversity, we celebrate a lot of other things. So I may not be available for that day. I just want to put it out there.
okay,
And
All
I
right.
think also that since we're going virtual for some people, with the Zoom we're using right now, which is still my own Zoom, we may not have the capacity to use that Zoom for that event.
Okay.
So I want us to start thinking about another, a local like 721 or 2015 or 503 or 775, a local that can help us to put that event together.
Okay. All right.
That way, I will be, I will attend if I can, but I cannot commit.
Okay.
Because that's kind of like
We all check out with our IT. and see
Okay.
who-
All right. So yeah, we'll discuss that in the committee. But thank you for that suggestion.
Yeah,
my
'cause we
brother.
don't have a time frame.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if you have a time frame for that, but we don't have a time frame. It may not even be a conflict of time.
Yeah.
We don't know,
And
but
Okay.
for
we'll talk about
housekeeping reasons, I motion that we extend our meeting time past our allotted time at 8:30 until we are done.
Okay.
Is
We'll,
that 10 more
we'll be
minutes?
done in 10 minutes.
In
Oh,
10
shit,
minutes
right.
Okay.
Girl, please.
at 9 o'clock, so.
At 9 o'clock. Yes.
Georgetta
just-
ain't even said nothing yet.
Okay. Who somebody had to, okay, Rhonda?
Georgetta is on the line.
Yeah, I know. Rhonda?
I didn't know that, Brother Ibrahim, that was Human Rights Day. I think we should, I mean, we can talk about this in committee, but I think we need to incorporate that in the theme and message behind.
Boom.
Oh, see, you already working. That's why you on the committee.
Yeah,
Well,
December
that's-
December 10th is International Workers Day, depending on what country you're in, but it is a national international day.
We've got
Okay.
to incorporate
we
that.
can have a speaker to talk about that. Oh, no, we having our meet now. Look, okay, we're gonna meet when we meet. Okay,
Okay. All right.
that's good.
So
Thank
let's,
you, Rhonda.
okay, let's save all the ideas for when the committee meet. Okay, so, let's go to the bylaws. I need to talk about the bylaws. So, you know, the bylaws is the system.
Madam Chair,
Yes,
I don't know if there's a motion on the table or not, but I know we were trying to extend the meeting properly.
oh, I'm sorry, did we say yeah?
I don't
I
think-
said it. I don't know about y'all.
I thought
Oh,
we
okay.
said, that. I thought it
Okay,
was
so-
yes.
Motion to extend the meeting until we finish.
Okay,
And I second.
okay,
Period.
okay, so she seconded the motion.
What? Any what? Anything.
Abraham made the motion, right?
But we just,
Oh,
we gotta
no,
finish.
Michelle made this motion until we finish, and that's a different motion.
Yeah.
That's right.
The only thing we have to be careful,
Listening to
we have to be monitoring is to have the quorum to be able to vote on anything.
Yeah, we have the
Okay,
forum.
let's stop going back and forth and get it in.
We're
Okay.
getting too bogged down into the process. The motion was made, it was agreed. Can we say that that is a confirmed answer?
Amen.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Everybody
Now
say
let's
yay.
get, thank you. Now let's get to the bylaws for Georgette, please. Thank you.
Yes,
In the
okay,
name of the creator.
okay, thank you. Yeah, so bylaws. So, I talked to Georgette. Thank you, Georgette, for chiming in after your meeting. So I have a vision. I just want to put out there. I have a vision. That is, I want to call it my reconstruct, as Anton say, Western Region project. I went over, I explained to Georgette what I wanted to do. And so as I spoke with Anton and Abraham, I told Georgette that we need to come together as a committee and get these bylaws passed. To do the bylaws, to put in the bylaws, the vision that I have for Western Region AFRAM. So we can get a draft and then bring it to the board to share with you and get it approved, and then get the draft out to all the locals and and set a deadline where the final bylaws would be final. I want this done by or before the end of December. I spoke with Anton. I had a long talk with him. He understands the vision. Abraham understand what I'm trying to do, and also talk to Georgette. So I spoke with Abraham, I think a couple of days, because after I talked to you, Anton, I called Andy and I called Emeritus President Smiley. And so Smiley was really ecstatic and was all for what I want to do with Western Region. So I want to, right now, the next step is to set a meeting, a Zoom meeting with Emeritus President Smiley, President Andy, and Emeritus President Bob Bashir, and also along with a couple of other people from the board, which would be Abraham, Anton, and Georgette if she's available, and anybody else. Oh, Angela, if she's available. So I'm creating this task force team to get these bylaws together. And what I want to do, we need to really add a lot of stuff in bylaws. I don't want to share with you yet what I'm trying to do, because we need to come together, this committee needs to come together and critique it.
And transparency.
And so that's where the bylaws are at right now. I don't know if Georgette want to share. Where did Georgette go?
I'm right here.
Oh, okay, there you go. I know first she was down here. So I don't know if Georgette want to share what she where she at with the bylaws. I know she was looking for, she thought we had minutes from the retreat back in 2019, and I told her, we didn't have minutes, that Abraham had recorded it because Sonia at the time, the secretary at the time was not present. And so if you want to, elaborate where you at with the bylaw, but we just gonna come together. If you instead of you doing it by yourself, I need a majority of us, like Anton, me, Abraham, we want to come together and help and get this bylaw out. And so we need to meet soon on that. And so there's 2 meetings I need to set up. So if you want to elaborate where you at, for how far did you get? I know you was adding. Huh?
I'm sorry, go ahead, Madam Chair.
I know you was adding, I know we had agreed to add more VPs. So where are you at with the bylaws?
Okay, thank you. So that was my first question, is if you wanted me to elaborate on some of the suggested changes. So first and foremost, when we started working on the bylaws, there was a suggested version with changes sent to us by 721. We had sent a request more than once to the rest of the locals, and no other proposed changes were sent from any of the locals. So I just want to start with that baseline. So the the document that we had been working from was the document that we received with the suggested changes from 721, and we started from there. As Madam Chair had mentioned, we started workshopping this back in our pre-COVID times when we had our in-person retreat. And a major part of that retreat, we actually workshopped the vision statement. Was the main thing we did. Unfortunately, there aren't any written minutes. Trying to find out if there is a copy of that recording to get the actual wording changes for the workshopping of the vision statement, because that was the majority of the work that was done in that during that retreat. Following that, we had our bylaws committee. Unfortunately, there were attempts to meet. We didn't always get everyone that was on, but we did work through some things. And one of the main things, and it was really interesting, that Madam Chair brought up the suggestion of adding the extra vice chairs, because that was something that we had also come up independently with as a committee, is adding instead of having a set number of vice chairpersons, which seemed every time we came up to elections to cause an issue with kind of trying to see who was going to get represented for equity and fairness. We came up with the suggestion that every local that is part of Western Region has a representative, a vice chair on the executive board, on the Western Region board.
Okay,
And that
so-
ensures that everyone,
Okay, so
every
the
local has
195 for the
representation.
renewal. Okay, and what do I need for you?
Angela, can you mute?
Okay, got it.
Uh-huh.
195.
So our
Okay, and I
reason
need
behind that was so
okay,
that
I need
every
picture.
Wait a minute, Angela.
Okay, ID.
Angela. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. So the reasoning behind that was so that every current local would have representation, but also as the Western Region grew, that there would automatically be representation on the board as each local joined. We also talked about each local making the selection for that seat, as opposed to going to conference or convention and having other locals pick your local's representative. So that was something that was pretty much a unanimous agreement by the committee, was making that change for the vice chairpersons. In addition to that, we talked about evening out and kind of mirroring what they did at the national level, which was adding that millennial seat. So adding a millennial seat to our group as well. And then talking to Madam Chair, the desire to increase the number of retiree seats as well.
Mm-hmm.
And really coming up with a more structured piece, kind of similar. I'm just speaking with my experience with my local, but I'm sure it's probably the same with a lot of the other locals, is having the executive committee and the executive board. So having that core group, which would make it easier to do work or decisions. The chair or Madam President, Sergeant of Arms, Treasurer, Secretary, historian, parliamentarian, and I'm not sure we wanted to include the delegates along with it, but the delegates. So basically, all of our groups that are regionally voted on, right, are region-wide seats, and then to round out the entire board, you have our vice chair representatives from each local, and that also makes it easier when it comes time to making decisions of what our quorum is, as far as what we need to make decisions, so we're not always quagmired and getting everyone on the line. There were no other suggested changes other than the addition to the vice chairs. We asked everyone to look at the duties of each office, but we did not have any suggestions that were sent in for changing of the duties of the office, other than the changes that 721 had already proposed.
Okay.
And so that is where we currently are with the bylaws. I know there was some discussion around, but this was at the retreat, so this is 3 or more years back, a discussion around terms and limits, but we did not come to a consensus around that during our retreat.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't. Okay, so now, just to let the board know, I have a new bylaw committee, which consists of me, Anton, Ibrahim, Miss Angela, and Georgette. So we're gonna be, actually, I had told Ibrahim to send an invite to all the national presidents emeritus, so we can meet regarding this before we start putting everything down on paper. And once we have that meeting, I will probably do an emergency meeting. It will be a bylaw meeting to share with you where I'm trying to go do with Western Region AFRAM. I'm going to make some big changes in the bylaws along with everybody in agreement. And but I just wanted to run it by national first. That's why I really didn't get into it right now. And once I get the okay, I already got the okay from one person. But once we have that meeting, and I'm pushing for November 4th for that meeting. Okay, just to let everyone know that's on this committee. And so we're gonna be working hard along with the other committee trying to get this conference. And I really feel that we can come up with something, and I think it's gonna be a success. I know it's last minute, but we can do this. And that's about it. All I have for tonight, because I know we open 9 o'clock, and I don't want to keep anybody.
I got her hand up again, Madam President.
Who got? Oh, yes, Georgette.
No, I just wanted to mention, Madam Chair, that I am still actively looking through archives to find the wording for the changing of the statement. And the only other substantive change, but it's part of the 721 copy that I think most of the board already has, was a change from the 3-year term to a 4-year.
Oh, okay. So that was the only change.
That was one of the that was one of the major changes recommended by 721, so not by the committee.
Me hungry. Okay.
Oh.
And when,
okay,
and
let
when
me
we
have to
say,
go over it.
and when we say terms, we're talking about terms for
For president, I think.
is
Correct.
that
In the actual 721 document, it was a suggested change from a term of 3 to 4 years. But in the retreat, we talked about term limits or number of terms, but that never had we never came to a consensus on that part.
Okay.
okay,
All right.
if I'm
Go
sorry, may
ahead,
I-
Anton. Go ahead,
I'm
Anton.
sorry. The specific to the terms, is that consistent with the national terms?
I think if I recall correctly, the bylaws that we were changing were the bylaws from the previous administration who had changed their bylaws away from the national. So bringing it back to 4, I believe was bringing it back in line, but I'll reconfirm for you.
Yeah.
That's what, you're right. That's what it was. That's why we decided to go over it, because it really
Go
wasn't,
back, because
it wasn't really, I don't think it was voted in properly when we was
approved.
at the conference back in New Orleans during that
It
time.
was not.
And
That's
and
correct.
then they didn't send a copy. They didn't go through protocol to send a draft to all the local. When we showed up to the conference, they just gave us a draft and then wanted us to vote on it. You know, and so it was a lot of it was a lot of issues during that time.
Mr. Bonner, remember that one?
Yeah.
I definitely remember that one.
Yeah, so
I believe
that's why
Maryland
we
was
still on this bylaw thing. So now we're gonna get it straight and do it right. And at the same time, use hopefully this bylaws will reconstruct Western Region AFRAM as a structured organization. We are the biggest region in AFRAM, and also the innovator, because Western Region was the first African American caucus first before the other regions came. So with that being said, we gonna leave the rest to the committee, and we're gonna come together. I'm really excited to work with everybody to try to get this bylaws passed, because I'm tired every time we do something. Did we get the bylaws together? Did we do it? And we can't work, we can't move like we supposed to until we have the bylaws intact.
And plus, Andy is the little stipend they want to give us and everything. They're not going to give us anything until they have read over our bylaws.
Bylaws, yes.
Too.
So
and Sister Bonner got her hand up.
Yeah, so that's the urgency right now. So the urgency we have for Western Region right now is getting the bylaws drafted, and so everybody can see them, and then get them approved, and then have the final draft, and then we'll be ready to go into our conference with our bylaws. And you know, the election is also next year for all regions, for officers on the board. And so that's why it's a must, it's a system urgency to get these bylaws drafted so we can have everything in place for its officers positions. Alicia?
I just want to say to the committee that when you guys do meet, because I know that you're going to be meeting soon, just take it, because you mentioned it may be something in there about the term limit. Just cautious and make sure you guys really weigh that out, the pros and the cons, because that might stifle, you know, it's hard to get participation anyway. And then if you're saying, well, you know, you can only have 2 terms and then that's it, no more term. I mean, you're gonna have to really weigh it out, but I do understand why it will come in place. Because, you know, we want new blood to come in, we want folks to participate, but then we don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot either.
That's true.
From
That's
what we're
right.
already trying to start, and you kind of want to make sure you have some type of succession plan. So you know, just really take it into consideration.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so
We didn't vote on that anyway, I don't think, so it didn't pass.
okay,
Yeah, we didn't have any consensus on it.
You know,
Okay.
so that's,
yeah,
we ain't even gotta go down that well now.
okay. All right, so before I go, did anybody got a birthday? No, this month,
Next month,
November? Oh, okay,
Down for what?
okay. What day is your birthday, Alicia?
November 17th.
Oh, okay. I
That
got a
was
lot of
close to
family.
our conference
Yeah, I
day.
got family.
Happy
family
birthday.
in November. Happy birthday. All
Thank
right. Okay, so thank you for your time. I appreciate your commitment, your continuous commitment to Western Region AFRAM. I know it's late, but you know, I needed to get this out and I appreciate you guys. And I am ready. I am looking forward to getting these couple of last tasks done before December 31st. Okay,
Good night.
all right.
Just waiting for that email for the
Oh,
conference for the Western region
Elisa.
on Monday.
Yeah, Elisa, did you?
Hand is up.
Who? Abraham? Abraham, you have your hand up?
Yes, now I even don't remember why, but sorry,
Well, while
eating,
you
so
thinking, let me ask Elisa this question. Elisa, did you call the bank and get the card? Did you request a card to be sent out? Because I know Abraham wanted to.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Tomorrow, for sure.
All right. Okay. So yeah, we got the checks. She got the check, just to let you inform y'all. She got the checks, but she never did receive the ATM card. And so Abraham was asking if she had the ATM card because he wanted to get a new Zoom link where we can have more than 100 people on, maybe on our Zoom, have our own Zoom. So that was one of the reasons why he was asking we had an ATM card. So okay, that's it. So all mine's clear.
Okay,
You guys
meeting
have a good
adjourned.
night. Motion adjourned.
Motion to
So
adjourn.
moved.
Okay, everybody press it.
Right on to Sister Terry.
Bye.
Bye.
Appreciate
Have a
you.
good evening.
And Lemon, take care of yourself.
Bye, Michelle. Michelle, I'm gonna call you.
Okay, I'm good to see my judge. At least I just see you twice this week. Okay. And Anton, I don't see them 4 times.
Night, everybody.
And my sister, I've been calling her about her, the goddamn the bills. Anything, I got my resource. Thank you for answering. Love you all. The COVID, you show was quiet, brother. I love you though. Good night. And Marva too was like, yeah. Good night.
Good night.